Malabo Montpellier est une institution d'abord entre chercheurs africains et de l'Europe, indépendants surtout, mais pour suffisamment penser les questions de développement de l'Afrique, les freins qui minent le développement économique et agricole de l'Afrique surtout. Elle est aussi portée par des leaders politiques. C'est comme ça que le premier rendez-vous a eu lieu à Cotonou, mon pays, pour adresser la question de la nutrition. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait pour assurer une alimentation cohérente dans nos populations à partir de la production et des importations commerciales?
What we hope to do with these reports is present cabinet members, policymakers, decision makers within government with an easy to digest overview of the topic and then salient issues, accessible bullet point recommendations, and then very excitingly case studies where you can look at what has happened in different countries and the solutions that different countries have implemented and what has worked or not worked in those countries.
But this report has good news. It has a progress of 7 countries, African countries, that invest. Actually, this report findings are in line with the biannual review report we presented to our head of state in January. So most of the indicators are really aligned, and we think that it is a very good document that the African Union should take on board and continue assisting the member countries, and also the regional economic commission to really implement the mechanization program in Africa.
So we have 7 recommendations in this report. A part of it is really explaining that the journey, we say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. There's a lot of examples of what success looks like from across the continent. We've looked at examples from Malawi, of course, Mali, Morocco, Rwanda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and Zambia. And these 7 countries have shown us what success could potentially look like for all other African countries in terms of public-private partnerships, private-private partnerships, education, transforming the mechanization services, scaling out the distribution and adoption of services and demand for mechanization across these countries.
We should pay greater attention to the youth, to the young generation. We learned that until the year 2030, more than 440 million young people will enter the job market on the African country. That is about 30 million young people each and every year until 2030. The majority of them is now growing up in the countryside. They want to make a living out of it. They more and more now see agriculture as an economic opportunity, and only if governments and others provide them with the means to really establish a business there, they will be willing to stay there, otherwise they will move away.
Irrigation also is very critical. You cannot produce sustainably. The plants have access to water, and Africa has one of the lowest irrigated area in the world. So the Malabo panel is likely to focus on important aspects like irrigation, like gender, and this will also roll out to Africa, and it will support the African Union agenda on agricultural transformation, on Africa's transformation. That's Agenda 2063, and above all, the SDG, that's Sustainable Development Goals.